what happens when you get out early. You can go to radio and work with that. So my wife always said I had a face for radio and I have a voice for print, so I didn't know what she meant by that. Yeah, it's been a great pleasure to work with some of the athletes that we've had at St. Joe Central, and Jared Fox is just to add to one of the many that we've had. He's had as he came in as a freshman, we had a lot of expectations for Jared, and he exceeded every one of them. When he came in, we really wasn't for sure, kind of thin back then, and about 5'7", 5'8", and he earned his spot on the JV as a freshman, so we played him at the JV level. He got a lot of experience. He played against an all-state player in practice every day, and Colby Smith. Took a few elbows to the chin, got a few bloody noses throughout that year, and so he learned how to play at the physical level that he needed to play. The next year he got to play against Clay Linebacker, another great player for us, and his sophomore year he stepped in and played a lot of varsity minutes for us. The last 2 years he played every single game, probably came out about 1 minute per game, either because of foul trouble or because he just had an injury. There was no reason for him to take him off the floor because that's how important he was to us. This year he was able to put up about 17 points a game, and he averaged about 5 rebounds for us, which is great for the point guard position. We had him playing the shooting guard this year. We felt like we had a sophomore guard that was going to take some of the ball handling pressure off of him, but he had a little injury. Plus, Jared didn't really want to get rid of the ball. He wanted the ball in his hands the whole time. So we put him back at the point. He basically ran the show for us for the most part of the year. He finished his career just short of 1,000 points, which is outstanding for anybody to reach that plateau. And I can sit here and say he's a player that comes in before practice, just like every coach in here has talked about their players and their all-stars. That's a reason why we're all here tonight, because these players have dedicated their time, the effort, the parents have put in the time and the effort to make sure that they reach the potential that they obviously have. And it's definitely my privilege to have coached such a great player as Jared Fox.
Next we'll stay over there in St. Joe, and the one selection from St. Joe Christian is on the girls' side. A young player who I know has made a big impact on the track this year, or in past years, probably will again this year, I would imagine, and brought up a lot of medals from that. Also, definitely was one of the leaders for a young St. Joe Christian ball club who made it all the way to the district finals, and I don't think anybody would fault them for falling to Hamilton. It was so good that they gave it all their best. And I had a heck of a season. I give you head coach Danny Maggard and their selection sophomore Alexa Tapp.
I too want to just thank everyone. I congratulate all you coaches and players on a great season. And Alexa here is my coach. I was able to coach at St. Joe Christian for 13 years, and she is by far one of the best players that I've ever had the opportunity to coach. And that's saying quite a bit, especially the guard position. We've had several tremendous players. She is a one-person press breaker, and we I didn't see a whole lot of presses this year, and a lot of it's because of Alexa Tapp. She's also, I used to scrimmage with the girls a lot in practice, and I always thought it was kind of neat when I could shut high school girls down and be able to score against them, but I can't guard Alexa, so I quit her freshman year. I stopped suiting out because I was humbled too much. I figured if I can't guard a high school girl, I'm not suiting out anymore. But she is, as was mentioned, she's a great track athlete, but she is just as fast with basketball. She is a tremendous ball handler, and as already been mentioned tonight, she's a gym rat. I mean, she spends time after practice on weekends shooting, and she is able, especially for her size, she plays a lot bigger than she is, and she can create a shot from just about anywhere. And she's one of those players that throughout the course of the year, I mean, a lot of times I would nudge my assistant coach and say, did you just see that move? Did you just see that shot that she did? But the thing about Alexa, the thing I saw this year as a sophomore, as she matured, she just really became mentally tough. And she's one of those players that is an X factor. And even if she's not having her best game, if there's something that's going to happen at the end of the game, whether it's a big steal or a big shot, no matter what's happened previously in the game, Alexa's going to make that. And that's she made key play after key play at the end of ball games this year, whether it was one of her best games or whether it wasn't. And so I'm going to miss coaching at St. Joe Christian. One reason why is I'm going to miss coaching players like Alexa Tapper. It gives me a great honor tonight to give her this award. Thank you.
And for those who don't know, Coach Becker has called it a career after 13 years. I want to thank him for all his work with us throughout the years. Listen for it, though. I already told him I'm putting to work as a color guy with Coach Hook. I'm going to get him on the booth there at some point next year. Our next stop doesn't take us very far. It's right here in Trenton. The Lady Bulldogs are right around a 500 season. At least last time I talked with them, last time we covered them, and a big reason why they were successful this year, and in all likelihood to be very, very successful again next year, is a junior down low. As you can see, a very tall young woman there, in Rebecca Cabeda.
Well, I'd like to thank everybody for putting this on, Steve, for sharing your gym with us, and it's a great honor to be here tonight. And we've had a long weekend. We were down in KMRN last night, and Rebecca was fortunate enough to win the 3A Player of the Year down there, and excited for that. We're excited for that. You know what to say about Rebecca? It's hard because we've worked together for so long, and I have so many good things to say. I'd say about 5 or 6 years ago, when I was this is my second stint as girls coach here at Trenton. About 5 years ago, I got 3 little kids, and I decided I was going to get out of the basketball coaching profession. The AD at the time said, well, you know, it's really hard to find coaches, so would you at least go down to the junior high? I said, yeah, I can do a year or 2 down at the junior high. And I picked up the junior high girls, and if you ever done junior high girls, that's a whole different animal itself. But I was down there, Rebecca was coming in as a 7th grade basketball player. We started working together, and we had a lot of success. And about the time Rebecca was getting into the 9th grade, a good friend of mine, Chris Ockenfeld, he decided to move to AD and do that. In our role at our schools, we were administrative, you can't coach. So he moved up to the administrative part of it, and they were looking for a basketball coach, and had such a great experience with these girls at the junior high. I decided to take over and do my second stint at the high school level. Rebecca started every game that we've had together at junior high and high school. We have about 100 games under our belt. In junior high, boy, we were kicking butt and taking names, and then we got into the 9th grade, and we felt like we were in the band and we were the drum. And we didn't win very many games in freshman year. And sophomore year, we didn't win any more games. We were a lot more competitive than last year. We got to about 500, and a big part of that is what Rebecca's done for us. Everybody here has great numbers, I know. Rebecca had 976 career points for us. We easily had 1,000 points this year, but we had several games canceled because of weather, and other schools had to cancel from us because they had to make up conference games for independent. And that's why something like this is very important for us, because we don't get all conference recognition or anything like that. She has 898 career rebounds in her career 3 years that span 69 games. If you look at the Missouri High School State Record Book, all classes, and you look at rebounding average, number 10 on the list is 12.94 rebounds per game. That's my wife's cousin over at Jameson, but she got dropped down to number 11 this year because Rebecca averages 13.01 rebounds a game. Things keep going for her the way they have been. She'll be our first 1,000 point scorer, 1,000 rebound girl. Just the other day, I was talking to our counselor, Kay Moore, and they're doing scheduling, trying to get that done before the kids get out of school. And I wanted to see Rebecca's schedule. And I looked at her schedule and found out when she was going to be in PFNC, our basically our weightlifting class. And I told Kay, I said, we'll put a star by that. Every time you got a girl basketball player comes in, first thing you put on your schedule to make sure they get in that weightlifting class with Rebecca. Because she started out about 5'7" in 9th grade. She's grown a little bit since then. And she's just a beast in the weight room. She can bench, she squats, she cleans. She's just a very hard worker. And I'm just really excited to offer this award to her.